In today's video, I bought every single Sonic X DC toy. The new line of collectibles has been exclusively released at Target and spans from figures, plushes, blind bags, Funko Pops, and more. So today we're gonna head out to our local Target to buy every single thing that they have. Then we're gonna take it back to the Sonic Cave and take a closer look. But every story starts somewhere, so we have arrived at Target.
One biggest hope is that we can find everything here, but there's a lot of different things. There's the multi-pack, there's the single releases, there's plushes. I don't know if the Funko Pops are in. We're mainly just after the Jack stuff today. We're technically after every piece of DCX Sonic merch, and it wouldn't be complete if we didn't show you guys this drip. See that drip? You see this drip, Jakari? Yeah. You see this ice? Here's the moment of truth. Why don't I see anything? Why don't I see anything? Why don't I see anything?
They ain't got no stock.
It's because it's not here. It's not here. It's in the DC section. Yeah. We have the main one right here. Power versus Speed Pack. You can only touch him apparently. Okay, so we need all the plushes. So Superman Knuckles, Flash Sonic, and Shadow. Yeah, there's a Green Lantern Silver that we need as well. Sorry, my Twitter. They have blind bags too. They're going crazy with the merch. Okay, they have the single cards. We're gonna get those as well. They don't have Amy, but we'll go ahead and ask. And they have the 2-pack of Batman and Shadow, and Superman and Knuckles. Cyborg Tails.
Yes!
As well.
That's what I've been waiting for, baby.
We'll toss that in the cart as well. They got an entire fucking, they got the Funko Pops here. I didn't even know they got the Funko Pops. They have all of them here. This is what I'm talking about, baby. So we're gonna Sonic in here, put Shadow in here, Knuckles, Cyborg Tails, Silver. Okay, perfect. And then they have the single card. Am I stupid? Where's the Amy? Why don't they have Amy?
5 minutes later.
Talk to an employee. No word on the Silver plush. I think it might have just sold. I wouldn't be surprised if there's only like one that comes in the box or something like that when they get shipped these. They don't have either the Silver plush or the Amy figure that we need, but we found this to make up for it. They have this Amy Go-Go Racer on clearance for $5, so we're just gonna go ahead and toss this in the cart. Take a look at our selection so far. We have every Funko Pop, which is pretty good. We have the entire set of 2-inch figures, plush, multi-pack, all that. Super gravy. We just need those 2 more things, so hopefully next Target we'll be able to come in clutch and be able to pick those up. So
That's insane. Sonic.exe.
Tails doll, he's gonna come for us. I saved $61.01. I'll take that, you know. We are gonna head to our next Target. Jakari, give everybody your top 5 Sonic games, because everybody in the comments is calling you a fake fan.
Sonic Boom.
Jesus Christ.
I heard it was bad. I know, I heard it was bad, so I spent my own money to play it. It was amazing.
One of my girlfriends did my hair, and she f***ed me up, so I just have this mop on my head right now. Okay, I see Silver.
Yes.
I see the Silver plush, we need that. Yes. We just need the Amy figure, but I'm not seeing her. Okay, it smells interesting. Here are the blind boxes. They didn't have these at the other ones. Should we go ahead and...
Yeah.
It's so interesting. Jax doesn't usually do a lot of these. There are only 5 characters, so I'm not gonna buy the whole thing.
5 minutes later.
Goated employee in the back. Got us the Amy. Oh, it's so good. We're cashing out. We're leaving. So we did it, guys. We got our Silver plush. We got our Amy, and usually this Target sucks. They never have anything, so us finding this, and even finding the blind bags, which our local Target, which usually has everything, didn't even have. Like, we made out really good today. Nothing to complain about. We're gonna head to the house. We're gonna see everything that we got. Let's go. And here we are. We have every single, literally every single piece of Sonic X DC merchandise, excluding that t-shirt. Actually, I'm sure there's some other smaller things, but in terms of the big things that were released in stores at Target today, we're gonna take a look at all of these one by one. So without any further ado, let's start off with the big boys. This is the Power versus Speed Pack. This has been by far the flagship item of the entire line of Sonic X DC merchandise that they are doing. This thing is awesome. As you can see, the packaging is amazing. I've been loving these big packs that Jax has been doing last year for Sonic Movie 3. They had, of course, that beautiful multi-pack with the light up Sonic and Shadow figures, and it looked so great, and this looks just as, if not even better. Look at it. It's gorgeous. You have Flash Sonic, Green Lantern Silver, Batman Shadow going against Darkseid, which, by the way, it's really cool that Jax is doing figures for DC, something they never do, because I believe McFarlane Toys has the rights to that. But regardless, this looks amazing. I want to state this right off the bat. I will not be opening these. I know, boo me all you want. I called this video, I bought everything. I didn't say I open everything. This is for 2 reasons. One, I'm a collector. As a collector, I don't really want to open a lot of things, particularly particularly things I think will go up in value, but also look at the packaging. This thing is $60 and I'm going to want to have one of these in box. I'd rather not have to spend another $60 to buy another one just to have it in box. Maybe one day I'll do that in the future, but also, spoilers, we already have Sonic and Silver on their single cards. So I just have duplicate figures out of the box for no reason. I just want to display it. I think this thing was going to be very rare in the future, but as you guys are seeing, this thing is a absolute beauty. This thing is so sick. I hope they do maybe another one with some future figures because they still have other characters that they have to do in future waves, such as Superman Knuckles, Cyborg Tails. I mean, Amy's not included in a pack even though she already does have a figure available. I don't know. I think this might be the only one that they do, but regardless, this thing is so sick. One of the coolest pieces of Sonic merchandise maybe ever. And we referenced them earlier. We have the 5-inch figures. Now, for what is a rarity in Sonic collecting, we only have 3 figures in this line. That's right, we usually have 4, which what you're seeing is Wonder Woman Amy, Flash Sonic, and Green Lantern Silver. This is not a dig on the line. I think these figures so far are amazing, but these are definitely rushed. This partnership was announced roughly a year ago, and getting merchandise into production, let alone this amount of merchandise that quickly and at this high of quality, it takes a long time. So they might have had to sacrifice doing Cyborg Tails or Superman Knuckles, or also maybe they just want extra figures for future waves. Who knows, but regardless, these figures are so cool. I love the packaging of them. A little different of a style compared to what they do with their typical Sonic figures. I love the presentation showing the DC character alongside their Sonic counterpart. You even get little art of their home world or city or whatever they represent on there as well. There's so many cool attentions to detail on this thing. You even get some bios on the back of the card. Each of these have 22 points of articulation, so they are beefy, and I believe stand at the 5-inch height, similar to the Sonic 3 figures, Sonic Prime figures. So yes, they indeed are bigger. So they're not going to necessarily scale very well next to the other mainline Sonic figures that Jax does, but regardless, they're so cool. Amy, like I said, is the only one that you can't get in an alternative way. You have to get her single card release, which I hear is pretty hard to come by already. So yes, these are very, very cool. I'll hopefully be able to pick them up again in the future when I stack some bread, because I definitely want to have them out of box as well. Next up, these are super cool and going very under the radar. They are the 2.5-inch figures, at least the Sonic characters are. 2 packs of Sonic with their DC counterpart as an action figure. So you have Superman and Knuckles, you have Batman and Shadow, and you have Cyborg and Tails, of course, still sporting their costumes. And this thing is sick. It's such a weird line for me personally because I was just shocked that there wasn't a Sonic counterpart to this, that there's not a Sonic in this wave. Once again, 3 characters. So yes, Tails does, at least in 2.5-inch form, get representation in this toy line so far. This is really the only thing from Jax so far outside of something else we'll get to later where he is represented. These are so cool and gonna be so interesting because I wonder if fans are going to put like Superman and Batman and Cyborg in their Sonic collections. It's of course gonna look so out of place, but I think if you display them in their packaging, it won't look as jarring, obviously. I definitely plan on keeping these in the box because they're so cool. I genuinely think these are some of the coolest pieces of Sonic merchandise we've ever gotten. They're just so sick, so fun. The packaging is amazing on them. Honestly, you're getting really, really great value, and I could see these two selling so well, like especially with this coming out in October. You know, Christmas is right around the corner. I think that this entire toy line is gonna do numbers during the holiday season. Like if you have a kid that likes comic book characters and Sonic the Hedgehog, this is like the perfect way to go. I love these so much. Superman and Batman have 27 points of articulation while Cyborg has 22, and Tails also has an additional point of articulation, probably because of his tails. Once again, I'm gonna keep these in box, but hopefully I'll be able to, you know, maybe swing something to get them out of the box in the future, because I really just think that these things are going to be very popular in the future, if you guys know what I'm trying to say. Expensive and rare, and we know how much of a big deal it is to have some of those rare Sonic items, like, you know, the Black Knight figures from the late Jazzwares run, or of course the Joyride figures, or the Resource figures. I think that these could be looked at in a similar way to the Black Knight figures, which are debatably the rarest of any Sonic line. I don't know, maybe I could be completely wrong on this and these things are going to be dirt cheap or not very rare, but we'll see. I love these. I just hope that these do well. I think these are so cool. And taking a little break from Jax, I want to talk about these Funko Pops, because we knew that there were Funko Pops in the works and they are all here officially released and they look so great. They're all posed very dynamically. They look amazing. The attention to detail on these things is insane. I love every single one of them. And something I'm very happy with this line so far for Sonic X DC is that every character is represented. There's not really anybody left out. You know, everybody's gonna get at least, you know, some piece of the pie. Wonder Woman, Amy, Batman, Shadow, Superman, Knuckles, Flash, Sonic, Cyborg, Tails, and Green Lantern, Silver all have their pops. I really don't know what else you could do with this. This line's pretty complete. I wouldn't expect any others in the future, maybe some exclusives at cons or something, I don't know, but regardless, these things are so cool. The front of the packaging is pretty standard, but once when you look at the back, that's where you get some more details, when you can see like the different character colors on the back of there, the character alongside their, you know, DC counterpart. As you can see, DC, Sega, and Warner Brothers are splitting up this revenue with Funko, obviously, of course, so this is going to be very lucrative for all parties involved. And brief side note, real quick, I just want to state that I hope that this is a success, and with them continuing to work together and doing more comics that are going to be coming very soon and more merchandise hitting store shelves, I hope that this means that this partnership can continue and eventually develop into a movie. We saw what we could get when it came to Ninja Turtles and Batman and that comic book series getting its own movie, so I hope that we can get the same with Sonic, whether it's straight to DVD or streaming or what have you, or just straight to VOD. I think just fans are ready for that and really want to see it, and with as big as this is being pushed, even more than Ninja Turtles and Batman, I don't see why we can't get that. But yeah, anyways, super cool pops. I can't wait to display these. And our last thing, I probably shouldn't have took this, but I did. There were only 2 plushes left over. I bought 4 of them. This is like $40 worth of merch. Plus, I gave Target probably their biggest payday of today in my local store, so I don't want to hear anything. Regardless, that we have the 4-inch plushes, which currently only have Knuckles, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. Silver gave us a little bit of a problem. We had to go track him down, but of course, we're able to find him no problem once when we got to the store we needed to go to. And yes, like I mentioned, we have the box, which is super cool. I love Jax's plush boxes, and I can't wait to put this on display alongside the other plushes that we have. And this is like my favorite box for plush that they have done so far. It's just so detailed, and you have all the characters on there, and you can see like all the characters on the cutout. It's so pretty. But enough of the box, let's look over the plushes. We're gonna go front to back. We have Silver, which is very cool. Different kind of material at different places on him. His tag is huge, by the way, which does sport him in John Stewart's Green Lantern, and if you open it doesn't really tell you anything. It's just a bunch of copyright info. The plush uses a lot of different material. A very nice touch is his little ring right here on his glove. That is so cool. Yeah, this plush is very cool. And then next up we have one that I'm sure is going to sell like hotcakes, and that is the Batman Shadow plush. This thing is super cool. This is all one material outside of his muzzle, which is interesting that Shadow doesn't get like the top head material or anything like that, but still, regardless, very cool plush. I do prefer the silver over it, strictly for the head. Maybe the material is different here because Shadow Batman is wearing a mask, but I don't know if I buy that entirely. We have the Sonic Flash right here as well. The only fuzzy part is the muzzle. The rest is kind of that weird fabric that they use, but it's cool. And the last one that we have is Superman Knuckles, which, like Silver, has that plush material. I love this one so much. This one's really cool. I don't know. I think my favorite out of the wave is Silver. I want to say it would be Shadow, but he looks kind of goofy a little bit. I think this looks like the most accurate to his model, as well as Knuckles. His face looks a little goofy, but still, I like it. It's surprisingly that Sonic and Shadow, I think, are the weakest out of the bunch, but regardless though, I really like these. I'm excited to see the other characters that they do, like Cyborg, Tails, and Wonder Woman, Amy, hopefully that they're going to be able to do. But very happy to have this wave, and especially have them in their box. Once again, it's just, you don't see stuff like this often, which is why I want to have it so bad. And the last things are things that we're actually going to open here, and that is the blind bag selection. They have 5 different characters. This is series 1. They make sure to specify that there will be more in the future, because there are some characters excluded from here. If this picture is anything to go by, there's going to be another Shadow of some sorts in this.
This is actually not true. The Chase is a Wonder Woman Amy variant, so let's see if we can go ahead and pull that here.
That means we're missing Superman Knuckles and we're missing Green Lantern Silver, so we will see what we pull from here. I'm very scared that we're going to run into some duplicates. I just got 5, so I didn't try to do any kind of insurance policy here. I'm just straight raw dogging it. I believe these are just going to be the 2.5-inch figures, if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited. Let's rip this first one open. Let's see, these things are like $5. Take a look. All right, we have Cyborg Tails as our first one. He comes in a little thing to protect himself. Pull him out. Is he missing an arm? My Cyborg Tails is... Where's his arm? Dude, I'm not even joking. My figure doesn't have his arm. Dude, I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. First figure, no problem. My figure is broken out the box. Okay, I'm gonna curse. What the f? That sucks, dude. Oh my god, I can't even put that on display. Now I want a duplicate. Let's go ahead. Give me a duplicate right now. Make up for it. And it is! It's a freaking duplicate. This is the most SpeedSuperSonic video ever. He just straight didn't have his arm. I was like, maybe it fell out. No, this thing's too big for it to fall out. How did that get past quality control? I just got ripped. That's $5 just straight out of my pocket. Well, at least we got redemption. Ridiculous. I'm clipping this and putting this on Twitter. Okay, if it's another duplicate, I'm gonna be mad. It's not. It's Wonder Woman Amy, which is very cool because this is, I believe, the only way right now. I believe this is the only way right now that you can get Wonder Woman Amy. So let's pop her out. She looks really good in 2.5 inches. All right, next up we have two more. Obviously, this means that we're not going to get, I'm tossing this out of my sight. I don't want to look at them. This means we're not going to get all 5 characters that are presently available, but let's see who we get next. Okay, we get Flash Sonic. That's good. You can't be satisfied with the set until you get Sonic, so here he is. Very, very similar to his just normal standard Sonic Jax figure. He has some difference in his shoes. I will say that. His shoes are a little different. It's not just a straight repaint. Still happy to have that nonetheless. Dude, these blind bags are stressful. All right, I'm scared now. I'm really scared now. This is probably gonna be a duplicate knowing our luck. I did an entire blind bag video and like I swear like 50% of that was duplicate. And yeah, it's another Sonic. It was shocker. Okay, well that's cool I guess. I'll toss this in like a giveaway or something. But hey, you know, we got 3 out of the 5. It could have been worse. At least I got redemption for my... Why am I calling it redemption? I didn't do anything wrong. Jack Specific is the one who f***ed me over. But yeah, here are the 3 figures that we got. I'm excited to maybe shoot for the 2 shadows that we need in the future. We'll see. Oh, I can't feel out the boxes because they're in those little containers. Those tricky guys. But yeah, pretty cool figures.
And there you guys have it. That was every Sonic X DC toy that was recently released. Saying I was impressed by these would be an understatement, especially in the turnaround time of getting all these out in around a year. This is all very impressive and I'm so happy to see the push that it's getting. This by no means is the end of this line. There's still a lot more on the way, including an awesome new Shadow with the Batmobile. I've been loving this Sonic X DC collab and really hope it can continue, and if you want to see it continue, head to your local Target today and support the crossover by picking up a toy or 2. It will surely incentivize Sega and DC to continue this crossover beyond what it already has planned. This is some of the coolest Sonic stuff in a long time and I can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Right by the motherfucking seaside, dog. Everything I see, I got a dream. I thought these leaves would go and take me out the dark. I know everything I wanted to fall away.